But obviously I want to ask yours. I view not Gen X as a failed generation. I view us as a lost generation because we did have a mandate and a mantle. And whatever happened, whether it was Kurt's death or the shifting tides, including the beginning of Napster and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So what's your kind of general take on, let's call it, because one thing I've been sort of, I try to be trendy with my quotes, but I've been saying Gen X is yet to have a second act. I don't know if that resonates with you.
Yeah. Well, I would say from a musical point of view, and I won't say I blame it, but I think an explanation might lie in something that we could call punk rock guilt. And that part of what made the forerunners of the various branches from that tree, from the Pumpkins to Rage to Tool, Nine Inch Nails, Soundgarden, Nirvana, etc., was that there was a familiarity in that we all had maybe Kiss and Sabbath record. At least one dude in the band had cared about that a lot, but there was also a love of Minor Threat and Fugazi and Bad Brains, and it was those conflicting ideology when the music's married well to make festival crowds go absolutely bananas and feel something that they couldn't have ever felt before with just metal or with just punk. A real synergy of awesome kick-ass music with ideas and art and poetry, but the people who made it were so conflicted about their own success, and when you're playing in an arena that Poison played 5 years ago, there was so much hand-wringing that, just all I have to look at the release schedules. I think Pumpkins, you put out maybe more records but Rage records came out every 5 years. Tool records every 6 years. Nirvana records, with a lot of guilt every so often. And it was just there was a part of the ethos was, I can't stand the success that is happening because it makes me feel like I've betrayed principles.
You are ringing bells in my head that haven't been rung for a long time.
Yeah.
And my feedback on that is, we ended up headlining Lollapalooza in 1994. It was originally supposed to be Nirvana, Pumpkins, Beasties, and then probably because of Kurt's problems dropped out. Certainly I was talking to Courtney during this day, so I kind of heard what was going on behind the scenes. Anyway, so we end up headlining the festival. And I still think to this day some of my problems, and obviously it's our problems because I created them, was I remember standing there in front of, and that was the biggest traveling Lollapalooza of them all, the one we did. 42 shows, and it was packed. It was that era where it was just packed. And by the way, it's all young people. Now, if I had any marketing brain at that time, I would have been like, keep your mouth shut. Just play the hits and live to fight another day. No, and Jimmy Chamberlain called it the art breakdown. We were doing, and you would know the song I Am One off of Gish, which has that cool, no, I made him totally change the groove.
Of course.
We did this weird tribal,
We'll show them.
Oh, yeah, trust me, I showed them. I'm still paying for it. So Jimmy's playing this other tribal groove. By the way, the song's only 3 years old, and I'm changing it.
Right. Yeah.
And we get to the break where normally there would be the dual solo, and I would have the band kick down into this kind of groove, and I would just proselytize.
Yes.
And I went after Middle America. Night after night.
How dare you like us?
How dare you sit? How dare you like us? How dare you? I don't know. And Jimmy called it the art breakdown. And my enduring memory, and we laugh about it now, and this is back when Jimmy smoked, was I was doing the art breakdown, and basically if it went on too long, he would just stop playing drums. And now I'm just talking or yelling. And it was like, he was, a little bit on John Lennon. I don't believe in Pumpkins. I don't believe in MTV, whatever I was saying.
It sounds like you're living the thing that I just described.
So, and I'm on the monitors.
Yes.
And I'm screaming, and I turn around, and I just see Jimmy like this pacing behind his drums smoking.